Hello friends, I hope you all are doing well and have already subscribed my channel for more updates and knowledge of GST. Guys, in our last video we discussed about basic understanding of e-invoicing. What was the implementation of e-invoicing, on what kind of supplies this e-invoicing is applicable, and the persons who are covered under e-invoicing. In today's session we will discuss about e-invoice schema. Yes friends, E-invoice schema. Schema means a structure format in which any invoice is required to be issued. So E-invoice schema is basically nothing but a prescribed format in which a supplier of goods or service needs to provide the information. So guys, this schema is named as INV01. Yes, the schema is named as INV01. In this schema, there are some specified particulars. Some are mandatory, some are optional, in which a person needs to issue an invoice of their supplies. So friends, why this schema is required? This schema is basically prescribed by the government, which is required to be provided to IRP in the JSON format. JSON format is nothing but a common language which is used by the systems to understand and read the instructions of each system. So friends, moving forward to the schema cardinality. Schema cardinality is nothing but the elements given under INV01. Every particular which is given under INV01 is defined with some cardinality. So guys, there are 4 types of cardinalities used in the e-invoice format. The first type is 0.1, second type is 1.1, third type is 1.n, and the last type is 0.n. So any particular which start with 0 means it is an optional particular, and you guys need not to report such particular in INV01, and you have the option to leave it blank. Any particular which start with 1 means that is a mandatory particular, and you need to report such particular in INV01. Any particular which ends with 1 means it can be entered only once. And any particular which ends with n means it can be entered multiple times. Now moving forward to the schema headers and sections. Yes guys, we will discuss about schema sections and headers, how these headers are defined, what are these headers, how many fields are mandatory, and how many fields are optional under these headers. So the first header or section is basic details. It contains total number of 8 fields, out of which 6 are mandatory and 2 are optional. The second header is invoice period, which contains 2 fields and both are mandatory. The third section is supplier information. Yes guys, supplier information, where supplier name, supplier address, and any other details are required to be reported by a supplier. So in that case, there are 10 fields which are required to be reported in INV01, out of which 6 fields are mandatory and 4 fields are optional. And the next one is buyer information. The buyer information contains total number of fields 12, and out of which 6 fields are optional and 6 are mandatory. The next section is document total. It contains total number of 13 fields, out of which 2 are required to be reported because these are mandatory, and other 11 are optional. And the next section is e-way bill. It contains total number of 8 fields, out of which 1 is mandatory and 7 are optional. The rest one are extra information which are required to be reported, but they are optional for you guys, and you can leave it blank while preparing INV01. So friends, this was the session for e-invoice schema. I hope you all have got a understanding of E-invoice schema, what is this INV01 and what are the cardinalities given under this INV01. If you have liked my video, please go and subscribe my channel for more knowledge on GST and latest updates. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.